We Rock 2022 Western Series 1, Cedar City, Utah, coming at you live. No, I'm just kidding. It's not live. No, I just wanted to give you guys a recap of what happened at Cedar City for us and how it went. How did we do? So We Rock is a rock crawling or rock sports competition, but it's based on rock crawling. It's based over 2 days. There's 4 courses each day. So day 1, you run them in one direction. Day 2, you run them in the opposite direction. It's a timed event, so each course you are limited to 10 minutes. You try to get through the gates and the bonus gates for extra points and try not to get penalty points. And basically at the end of the 2 days, the best score wins. So we made our way down, or made our trek down to Cedar City, Utah. From there, we took the Jeep over to the rock crawling course, unloaded it, got it all prepped, checked all the fluids, checked all the tire pressure, got everything set up, ready to go, made camp, set the pavilion up, and then we went and walked the courses. The courses are all set up so we can go walk through and see what the courses look like and get an idea and a game plan together of where we're gonna go and what routes we're gonna take, what maneuvers we need to do, and kind of make a plan. So we spent Friday afternoon kind of running through the courses, walking them around, seeing how we're going to accomplish that, and what our plan was for day 1. So we showed up on day 1 ready to go. There was 4 competitors in our class. So we compete in the Sportsman C class, which is the stock class. So we lined up to our course when it was our turn. We watched a couple other people kind of go through, got a game plan of what we were going to do, and started to execute. Went through the start gates, get to the first obstacle. We struggled a little bit on the first obstacle trying to get through the course. As it is, we haven't competed obviously for a year since last season, and so we got the new course and then the new season jitters is how I call it. Took us a little bit. We ended up taking 2 cones. I think it was 2 cones on the first course. 3 cones total on the first course. So if you hit a cone, it's a penalty point. So we took 3 cones on the first course.
Right there. Go driver, passenger, passenger, passenger. Yep, yep, yep. Okay, straighten out a little bit. Right there. Okay, hard passenger right now. All the passenger you got. Yep, you got all the passenger. Okay, keep coming. Keep coming. Okay, stop for, keep coming. Right there, try and front burn. Hold the driver brake. Driver brake only. Stop. Passenger. No, too much, too much, too much. Right there. Okay, right there, keep coming. Just like you are, looking good. Keep coming. Passenger, passenger, right there. Time. Right, time. Okay. What did you say? I'll drop right now. Okay, right there, keep coming. Hard, burn that right there. I don't know if you can either, but we're gonna try. Hold the driver brake. Okay, never mind. Keep coming a little bit more. Stay in front wheel drive only, please. Keep coming. As soon as that rear drops, try and burn it again. Okay, try and burn it.
And then we made our way over to C1. C1 was a good course overall. So C1, yet again, we wait for other people. We lined up, we're ready to go. We had a pretty good plan. Courses are pretty tight. We executed our plan pretty well actually on C1, which was awesome. Did really well, got through the course within the time, and did well. C2 is where we ran into a little trouble. C2 and C3 were the courses that were gonna give us the most fit, be the most trouble, basically. They're pretty challenging overall, and so it was gonna be interesting to see how well we did on them. We got through the first gate just fine, got up to the second gate, decided to take the second gate bonus line, which was a big V-notch, and we ended up crawling up there just fine, but our tire slipped off the ledge, went underneath this undercut, tried to kind of steer and kind of get out of it, ended up breaking the carrier and the locker. The locker pin snapped and sheared, broke the carrier inside the front end. That was it. We were pretty much done. So we didn't get to run course 3, the last course. We ended up getting winched out. It took about an hour or longer, it feels like, to get us unstuck. So that way the rest of the competitors could kind of get through. The advantage on, and what happened on C2 was 3 other competitors actually ended up braking on that same course. So another competitor broke their ring and pinion on the rear, and another competitor actually ended up rolling. So there's 3 of us that were pretty much injured. One made it through unscathed and continued on. We ended day 1 tied in 2nd place. So even though we were broken with the points and how the points worked out, we were tied in 2nd place, and we were assessing the vehicle and trying to figure out what do we do. And so we ended up looking at the ring and pinion, seeing how broken it was, what could we fix, kind of figuring out what was happening. We didn't know it was we didn't know it was the carrier that broke until we actually got into taking it apart. Initially, we thought it was the ring and pinion, axle shaft, something else in that V-notch. So once we got back to our camp, took it apart, found that it was the locker and the carrier, started calling around, trying to figure out some parts, see if we could source something locally. They ended up posting the scores for the end of day 1, and we were tied for 2nd place. So we had a kind of a tough decision. Do we try and find parts? Do we go to the tiebreaker of the courses? Do we wait for the competitor to see what they're going to do? Are they going to fix and run? We kind of weren't quite sure. So we kind of were thinking through all this. We ended up agreeing on with the team that we only need 1 point to break the tiebreaker initially. If they decide not to show up or fix their vehicle, if we can just get 1 point, we could break the tiebreaker. So that was our game plan. We're going into day 2. We're going to try. We go first because of where we were sitting. So we were just going to go through, get 1 gate, try and get that 1 point basically in timeout. So that was the plan. So we ended up executing that. You got to remember, these are obviously courses that are designed for 4-wheel drive and lockers. So it's not very easy having just rear-wheel drive. So we ended up giving it our all in rear-wheel drive. We put a spotter strap on, which is a strap or a rope that the spotter can pull. Which you get a penalty for using, but for us it didn't matter. So we were using the spotter strap to help pull us through and get us through the obstacles. We got through the first gate, which is this big side hill climb that you kind of had to drive up and through. We 3-tired through it, got the gate progression. Then we tried to go towards the second gate and just timed out. Like, we couldn't get anywhere else. Backed off the course, and that was kind of our day. We didn't get to run the rest of the courses, so we went and watched, helped out. The fun fact was on the C1, on day 2, the 4th competitor in our class ended up breaking as well. So all 4 of us in our class broke. So the Sportsman C class had a rough day, we'll say, or a rough weekend in Cedar City, which is okay. That's how it goes. We play these, we go to these events, we go to these sports, we give it our all, we put our vehicles through the test. And so all 4 of us broke, but we let the chips lie where they did. We ended up taking home 2nd place for the event, which was pretty awesome. Kudos for us. And the next one, we're going to bring back our A game. Super excited. Be sure to follow us along. Like, subscribe, and share with your friends. We're going to try and document our journey through We Rock a lot better this year. So stay tuned. Quick shout out to our sponsors this year. We're super excited to be working with them. We're working with KG1 Wheels. They hooked us up with their new bead locks. They're forged aluminum. They're the Rush 200, I believe is what they're called. We'll throw a link in the description for the wheels and some shots, but be sure to check them out. We also got hooked up with Fury off-road tires, and so we're super excited to be working with them. We've been working with them on and off over the years for some other stuff. So we got their new set of Country Hunter MT2s. Be sure to check those out. We're working with PRP as well this year. We're excited to be working with them again. We've got seats, a steering wheel, harnesses, bags. PRP's awesome. Be sure to go check them out. Be sure to follow Crawler Ready on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook, and stay tuned.